Get it, Chris. Got it, brother. My glasses broke. Hold on. She broke my glasses.
No, no.
Just say no! 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 Just say no!
Hello, everybody! Before I begin, I gotta do one thing. I understand that our country is in distress, and I understand that the upside-down Canadian flag represents distress. Hello, can you hear me now? All right. I understand that the upside-down flag represents country in distress. We know that. But my solution, united non-compliance, doesn't come from negativity. It comes from love, the highest, most positive vibration. So before I begin, we're going to flip that flag around, and that's going to be the symbol of the turning point in this fight. Our country may be in distress, but now the call has been answered officially. And ladies and gentlemen, do not bash the boys in blue, those wonderful men and women standing there. Even though I got arrested twice in the last 2 days with completely politically motivated, false and corrupt charges, I don't blame them. Winnipeg, I'm going to say, sorry, if I was living in Winnipeg, I wouldn't be proud of my police. But I got arrested in Blind River the very next day. That was last night. And I will say, in Blind River, Ontario, the residents can be proud of the majority of their police department. And I believe in Ontario, we can be proud of the majority of our police department. In fact, the Toronto Police Union officially opposed the vaccine mandate. So ladies and gentlemen, when I got to tell you to back the blue, that's why you got to back the blue, because they're backing you. If there's nobody to enforce those orders, the government can make as many fake and irrelevant and immoral orders as they want. When we simply say no, we get our freedoms back. Our government has a sinister plan for us in the next 6 weeks. They have a plan to turn us, the people, against each other because they see us uniting against the common enemy, and that common enemy is sweeping government tyranny across all industries, across all of Canada. And how are they going to do that? This is imperative, because we need the vaccinated on our side. We need the maskers on our side. We need everybody to just say no to this vaccine passport. Make no mistake, that is the thing they will use to remove your rights and freedoms indefinitely if you allow. Did you see Ontario Public Health released a new vaccination target for Ontario? Guess what it is? No, it's 100% of the adult population and 90% of the entire population of Ontario opening the door to vaccinate children under 12. And that's why they tried to beat you with the 75%, and then once they got you to comply, like I told you they would, they moved the goalposts. And then once you comply with that, they move it again. And once again, the only way to stop them is united non-compliance. And that is not a political solution, because let's be real, I'm going to tell you all what's going to happen over the next 6 weeks. And I've been telling you all what's going to happen for the last 2 years with 100% accuracy. Why? Because I know their end game, and I know their enemy, so I know their methods. And right now their method is divide and conquer, turning the population against one another. And they have a very specific narrative. And this is exactly what's going to happen play by play. And I'm telling you this because you got to go tell, especially all the people you know that are vaccinated, that outnumber us. Because once they see that they're going to get their third jab, and instead of getting their freedom back, they're going to get locked down like the rest of us and have more rights and freedoms taken away, then they're going to be much more willing to support the cause, and the cause is to end that vaccine passport. So what's going to happen? Pay very close attention. You're going to hear, well, first of all, Trudeau's going to win. Sorry, guys. I know you don't want to hear it. I don't want it to happen. I don't want to hear who your favorite politician is, because it doesn't matter. You're not voting your way out of tyranny. You have to take your freedoms back first, and then you can hold a political solution. But this is what's going to happen. Trudeau's going to win. Once he wins, we're going to get locked down again. This lockdown's going to be worse than the others. You're going to see the vaccinated getting sick. They're going to blame it on a new variant. And here's the kicker. They're going to say the new variant that's getting the vaccinated sick came from the unvaccinated. The unvaccinated are going to be seen as dangerous, dirty, terrorists. They're going to use that as a way to turn society against the non-vax so they can push the vaccine passport. And then the only way the vaccine passport can work is not with 75% compliance. That's over 10 million Canadians just saying no. They can't have that. That's why they upped it to 100%. That's why you're seeing every single government and private industry trying to mandate the vaccine, even for children, even for students, because they know the only way they can take your rights is if they can get all of you to comply. And we're not going to let that happen. Not even friggin' close.
No fucking way.
Thank you. We already started business groups in multiple provinces that already swore they will not enforce the passport. The one in BC already has 80,000 businesses. The one for Ontario was just started, and when I posted it on my Telegram this morning, or not even this morning, early this afternoon, maybe like 5-6 hours ago, it only had 3,200 people, and I was disappointed. I just checked it about half an hour ago. It's already over 13,000 businesses and this is united non-compliance, and I can show you an example of it working. You all hated the hotel quarantine just as much as you hate the vaccine passport. So I made a video. I went through the airport and I showed you all how to stand up for yourselves. I showed you all how to avoid it. And when I did it, it didn't change anything, even though it worked like a charm. But when all of you started doing it all across the country, guess what happened? They had to eliminate the hotel quarantine. It's gone, ladies and gentlemen. And we will do the same thing with the vaccine passport. Did you see me in Montreal? I had almost 300,000 people on the streets. All ages, all ethnicities, every type of person from every walk of life, all there united for one purpose: freedom. Freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Freedom is essential. It is not a tagline, it is the truth. It means everything. You cannot have a functional and content society without freedom. It's that simple. And they're trying to take your freedom with the vaccine passport, and we know how to stop it. In fact, on September 1st, we organized a worldwide walkout. Every industry, federal, private, schools, everybody walk out. When they see millions of people, vax, non-vax, everybody together in unison, uniting against this tyranny, there is only one thing that can happen every time. We win. And you don't need to wait for a politician. In fact, you need to do it in this way. United Non-Compliance has 3 phases. Phase 1 was the global awakening, where myself and others spoke around the world and literally woke up billions of people to the reality that this is not about your health and safety. This is about control. And as soon as you can alter the average person's perception from the lie that they're being told to the reality that's right in front of their face, they wake up. And once they wake up, the fear propaganda no longer works on them. Instead, it makes them angry. And when someone's angry, they're willing to act. They're willing to act in their own best interest. And for Canadians, that means just saying no. Canadians have a problem with that, but they're learning. They're learning. I can tell you they're learning. I've seen a shift in Canadian society. Like, we couldn't even drive here on the highway without people honking and waving and trying to literally take pictures while we're driving with them. And that's just the average person. These are not freedom fighters. These are not political alliances. These are the average Canadian that understands we're getting screwed and understands now the only way out of this is to know where they're going and simply don't go there. That's how easy this is. When we say no to the vaccine, when we reject the vaccine passport, when we take off the mask, when we keep our businesses open when they try to close us down, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Ask me that. What, are they going to give you a fine? They're going to try to arrest you? Guys, I'm currently on 6 separate bails, all with their own conditions. And I hear people every day, oh my goodness, but they might not let me go to school. Oh my goodness, but I might lose my job. Ladies and gentlemen, previous generations of Canadians fought, bled, and died for those freedoms. I've given up ability to drive. I've given up the ability to fly. I'm on bail to him. I have to be with that. All right? They took every one of my legally owned firearms. I'm not even allowed to own a sharp-looking pen. And then last night, they tried to take my wife from me. They tried to make me sign a Form 10 that would say they would release me from prison if I wouldn't communicate or be with my wife. So she wouldn't be able to stand by my side at these protests and be a symbol of womanly beauty and power, a symbol of inspiration to everybody. And why is she that symbol? What does everybody need to do? What does everybody need? You guys need to focus on what you love. And I love my wife. And I love the idea of having a family with her. And if you already have a family, I'm sure you love your family and you love your kids. And they want you to forget about that love. They're trying to use fear to overpower that love. But love is the most powerful thing on planet Earth. And when united non-compliance comes from love, comes from wanting to protect those you care about most, it is righteous. It is light. It is glorious. And above all, it cannot be stopped. So ladies and gentlemen, look at me. This is me. This is my lovely wife. I love her. I want you to think about what you love right now. Think about what's worth fighting for in your life and hold on to it, because they're coming hard. They're coming hard because they know we're awake. They know we know the game is up. So that's why Justin Trudeau turned all dictator. Did you notice before they were offering you ice cream cones and free donuts and even lottery tickets, and now they're threatening your job, threatening to take your kids away, and threatening to make sure you can't do anything in society? What do you think they're going to do next? I can tell you. Go Australia. Have you seen Australia? Over 2,000 homes raided daily for compliance checks. You're not allowed more than 5 kilometers from your home. A man who tried was grabbed by the police, charged and sentenced all within 24 hours to 8 months in jail. The police were pepper spraying protesters and shooting them with rubber bullets. They're taking people off to internment camps daily and televising it so people get used to it. And if you don't think they're intending the very same thing for you, it's time to give your head a shake. The only reason we're not there yet is because Australia is part of the southern hemisphere and they're already in winter. Look at our cases. Our cases are 500% higher in places like Quebec and from the same time last year. And what's the difference? This year everyone's vaccinated. If you look at Iceland, the most vaccinated population on planet Earth, where they have almost 100% of the adults with at least one vax, they're having a massive outbreak. Singapore admits 75% of the infections are coming from the vaccinated. So that's what's on the horizon. And they're also going to be telling you, guess what? Even the third shot's not going to be enough. Every 4 to 6 months, you're going to need another booster shot. And the FDA just said they approved the vaccine. That's a lie. If you look at the fine print, they just extended the emergency use authorization because they do not have the required testing. They're injecting people, billions of people, with a substance the FDA admits they only tested on 22,000 people. 22,000, let that sink in. It's already killed more people than that around the world. In Canada, the government just launched a program. Guess what it is? They allocated $75 million of our tax dollars to pay $5,000 per burial when you die from the vaccine. So if you die from the vaccine, the government's not liable, the vaccine manufacturer's not liable. They're telling you they can mandate it for you because it's so safe and effective. And then they're also telling you when they die, they're going to pay for your burial.
Yeah, you gotta prove it though.
What does that say?
And that's only $75 million. They got a lot more planned for that. And how much Trudeau think he's going to get the people to implement the vaccine tax? He just announced today. Guess what he's doing with your tax dollars? Any province who chooses to implement the vaccine passport will receive an extra $1 billion of federal funding so they can bribe every person required in the province to make sure that they can get it. So make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to repeat what's going to happen in the fall because I want you telling everybody. It's going to be Trudeau winning, locking us down, the vaccinated getting sick from a new variant, the new variant be blamed on the unvaccinated, and then a rapid lockdown and massive vaccine passport implementation across the province, and possible military deployment if we do nothing. That's what is coming. And what happens after is all up to us. If we reject them, if we stand up for ourselves, if even 10 to 15% of us do not comply, that is millions and millions of Canadians that they had control. That means we will get our freedom back.
Yeah.
These tyrants want to make an example of Canada to the rest of the world. We are a beacon of light, freedom, and hope to everyone around the world. And that is why they're coming at us the hardest and the fastest. Because they know if we fall like dominoes, the U.S. will follow, Europe will follow, and the rest of the world will follow. Canada is the tip of the spear for a reason. And instead of being the example they want, we're going to be the example that we want. The example that shows how we get our freedom back. And then we move on to phase 3 of United Non-Compliance. And that's holding these people accountable. We're at phase 2, taking action, and that's what we're doing right now. And once we take action, and that action is going to be to reject the vaccine passport en masse, and we get our freedoms back, then we can focus on a political solution. Everybody's been telling me they want me to run for Prime Minister. Chris Guy, run for Prime Minister.
Hell yeah!
And I keep telling you guys, there is no political solution to this problem.
Right.
You have to go through the steps first. Phase 2 requires you to stand up for yourself. The United States didn't open up because they got an election and a new Donald Trump when Joe Biden said wear a mask or you're going to be you're vaccinated or wear a mask forever. No, they stood up for themselves. They took off their mask. They got their freedoms back. And that's what you have to do. So I'll make a pledge to Canada. You guys really want me to run for Prime Minister? Show me you're ready. And you make phase 2 of United Non-Compliance happen. You take action against that vaccine passport with United Non-Compliance. And the day the vaccine passport gets rescinded across Canada, I will announce that I'll run for Pierre. And I'll make it happen. And we have a plan to make sure this can never happen again. It's very simple. There's 338 ridings in Canada. Every single one of them occupied by a politician. It doesn't matter what party they're from. What happened in lockdown? None of them had anything to worry about. They didn't lose a job. They didn't lose a paycheck. They didn't have to abide by the restrictions. So why would they ever want lockdown to end when they're becoming rulers and we're becoming slaves? They wouldn't. And you see that because every time, in every province, when there was a vote to end lockdown, what happened? They unanimously voted to extend the lockdown. So what would happen if there was a new party? And we put people into those 338 ridings that were public sector parasites, but private sector workers, people with businesses, people with skin in the game, people that lost during the pandemic, people that would never vote for another lockdown ever again. We could secure the future of Canada, and we'd have people running the show that would be able to balance a budget. People that would actually have experience doing something other than telling you what you want to hear to get your money. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have to do is clear. Where we're going is clear. And the only thing that's unclear is what's going to happen if we don't do everything I said. I wrote a book. Everyone's asking me for it. Normally I'd have hundreds of copies. They were sold out. They're available available online. Everybody needs to read this book because it's more relevant now than it ever has been. The first book in the history of the world to be banned by Amazon the day before it went on sale. Yes, I shit you not. A little 64-page manual about this pandemic was so dangerous, called Just Say No, that they deemed it had to be banned before it could go on sale. You can still buy Hitler's book there, but this guy's book is too scary for them. And why? I've talked to you for 30 minutes. I've given you a lot of info. That book is 10 hours of me talking transcribed. And it can't be misconstrued by a lying media and a lying government. So when you read it, it'll wake you up, it'll give you the action, it'll tell you what to do. So I'm telling everybody to go online, www.realchrisguy.com, and buy it. And when I see that we sold at least 50 copies online, I'm going to come back here in a couple of weeks for a night session. I'm going to do a question and answer in the street. I'm going to do a book signing, and everybody who bought a book tonight will get a free book that night autographed, as well as other merch. Because I want to come back here, and I want to get these books out to everybody, because they're doing everything they can to suppress it, and we got to get it out there. And it'll give me an excuse to come back here and see you guys. That's what's going on. We're doing a lot of other things too. There was a huge court case a few weeks ago in Red Deer, Alberta with my friend Pat King. And, yeah, give him a round of applause. He's a great freedom fighter, great man. Well, he tried to subpoena Dina Henshaw because he was charged under the Health Act. And he had everything in place to do it properly. And when he went to do it, he asked her to have to prove, first of all, the existence of SARS-CoV-2, and then all the documented evidence that justifies all these draconian laws that they're putting in place. Well, guess what? They admitted in court they didn't have the evidence to bring, but they used a procedural error justification to say that she wouldn't have to come in and testify, by saying that he tried to subpoena her after the trial had already started, and he needed to do that before. Well, guess what? I have a similar court case in Ontario. So I am ready to subpoena Eileen Davila. It's already got her name on it. It's already handled. It's already ready to be delivered to her front door. All I'm waiting for is for them to set a trial date. But they just like to arrest me and put conditions on me. They don't like to give me my day in court. They just want to keep me on these conditions and push my court dates indefinitely so they can keep me on lock and key and keep my freedoms away and give everybody the friggin' idea that these are actual charges that can stick when they won't. The day I get my day in court, not only am I going to show you that they have no legal standing for anything they are doing to you, I'm going to subpoena her, and she's going to have to come and answer why she put her signature on a bunch of laws for evidence that she will not be able to present to the courts. That opens up the doors for something called criminal malfeasance. Because if they cannot even prove that COVID existed, and they basically just made it up in a computer or in a lab somewhere, then what are they vaccinating Canadians against when they know and admit it, even with a government-funded program, that they're going to kill some of us with it? Imagine you could prove in court that the government knew there was no virus, but they mandated a vaccine they knew would kill Canadians. That's called criminal malfeasance, and the drug companies are liable for criminal charges as well as the government. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the direction we need to take the country. We need to take our freedoms back with the power of the people. Talk to your unions. Make groups online. Students, teachers, private employees, federal employees, airline employees. You all are in this together. Everybody's been sitting on the sidelines thinking they can either keep their heads down and get out of this or just comply their way through it. And now you're going to be woken up to the sad reality that compliance equals slavery. And when you get that on a platter delivered to you by Justin Trudeau, at least now you'll know what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be right here because I know everybody wants to talk to me. We got these awesome shirts. We got the Just Say No shirts, and we got Chris Sky from Prime Minister shirts and tank tops. They're all over here. I want to get them out there because this election has no merit. And we got to make a mockery of it. We got to let the people know it doesn't matter and that they have the power. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Why'd you turn the flag back upside down when I wasn't looking? Hey, you gotta turn that flag, flip it back around. I don't like that. That was not cool.
Chris, can I say
A trickery behind me. That is the Canada we're fighting for. We will preserve it and we will make it better than before.
Chris?
You'd like to say something together?
How's everybody feeling out there tonight? Okay, check this out, man. I just want to know, when was the last time you guys shook hands and hugged somebody? I want you guys to shake hands and hug each other right now. Shake hands. Hug each other. Okay, check this out. This year, I want you guys, once again, to say thank you to Chris for coming out and talking and enlightening you guys, because this is what it's all about. It's all about unity, people sticking together. Okay? Like, forget about all the people who are haters, all those ones that are hating on you because you don't want to wear the mask or take the jab. They're in the same predicament as you are. They're all locked down. You understand? Wake up, people. Do you remember that? Wake up! Wake up, people, because that's what's up. Because remember, when Trudeau said it's okay for you guys to smoke weed, I didn't know he's going to be blowing smoke in your face and up your ass. You remember that? Listen, I didn't have to put on a black face like Trudeau. I'm black, I got a face, and I don't put no shit on. This is real, right here. Hey, remember, we are all here because we all want to be free. Hey, remember something. God is good. Walk in the light while you still have the light. Amen? Hey, listen. Every day, thank God. Thank God for being here. Hey, thank God for all the great things you've done. Thank God. Say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, I want you guys to say that. Wake up. Wake up. Listen, stop watching the news. Stop watching TV. Okay? Listen. All your friends, all you people who got your movie stars and entertainers and people that love and adore you, you're going to get a car. You're going to get a car. You're going to get a car. Well, you know what? You're going to die. You're going to die. You're going to die. Listen, wake the fuck up. Don't comply or you're going to die. Hey, check this out, man. Everybody, you got to remember, know who your friends are. Know who your neighbors are. Because those are the same people who are going to be hating on you and trying to throw people on you. But meanwhile, once again, I'm going to say, they're in the same lockdown. Listen, Chris, I just want people to know, we got to make this something and be united, because black people have a separate jab than white people. Okay, I'm going to say that. Black people have a separate jab than white people.
Come on.
Okay? And listen, researchers, don't quote me, researchers. Black people are the most sought out. Listen, black people are the most sought out for their organs. Researchers. Okay? It's a true known fact. Pay attention, people. Know who your friends are. Know people like Chris. Know people like anybody that was up here tonight trying to tell you the truth. Wake up, people.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! So guys, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to be just on the stage, so if people want to see me, they can just come around the back and jump on up. You got home? Yes.
Everything's fine.
Try to find him or not.
Okay, Chris. We need a picture, everybody. How you doing, man?
I wanted to get a
picture of me. What's up, brother? Good to see you again, man. Fucking long time.
Hey, say hi to the camera, Mad Dad.
Oh, what's up, Rena?
This is Chris's live.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The woman holding this phone is a fucking warrior.
Oh, never mind.
Absolute
Leave me out of
warrior.
it. You're the warrior.
That was hilarious.
Great
Just
to-
watching her march out of Pearson Airport. No, I'm leaving. Excuse me. Pardon me. Savage. How it's done.
Okay. I think it's time to turn this camera off, which I don't know how to do. Oh, wait, I do. Mukesh.
Cool, man. That's all
Yes.
good.
I mean, double XL.
Here's
No,
a
I'm not that big.
famous freedom fighter. He's gonna show me how to turn off the live.
All the white.
Mukesh.
Brrrr, it's your boy Mukesh Freedom coming at you again live from Niagara Falls, baby!
All right, time to say bye. Turn it off.
Everybody, turn off. Oh shit! You don't just press end, and then he wants you to
Upload it.
end.